I have dyslexia, and in school with the Livescribe pen, I usually am able to go back and listen to it over again instead of having the pressure of hearing it once in class and then that's the only time I can hear it. Like, I can hear it again later when I get home or just even right after that class because it's on the pen.
The differences for my daughter in learning with the pen versus without the pen. Number one is the reduction in stress and the comfort level. But it allows her to review just what she needs. She can hear it and she can read it. And the more senses that a student can use in a day, the more likely they are to remember a concept or what they're studying.
If you have dyslexia, one of the things you have trouble with is processing fast enough what a teacher's saying. They actually tend to be very good auditory learners, but then the problem is if that's all they're getting to do is hear and they don't get it written down, then they don't have something to look at that night and can't recall it in the same manner.
Having dyslexia, it's almost like you don't really catch on, in my opinion, as fast as the other students. As the teacher speaks, you have to kind of process it a little bit more and kind of deeper to really understand the concept.
The worst thing you can do, I think, having had a brother with dyslexia, is make them have to write stuff while the teacher's talking because their auditory part is the part that is their greatest strength. On the other hand, they still need to have something when they go home at night to look at to refresh. And this pencast allows this to happen. It allows a student who has dyslexia to be able to hear and see what I've said.
Sometimes I have no clue what I just read, but hearing Mrs. Crowley say it and write it, and you're watching it and listening to it, it just clicks a lot easier, and you can just understand it.
The impact that the Livescribe pen can have on a learning different child and on the school as a whole is tremendous. It reduces their stress. I can't say enough how important that is. It allows them to have multiple opportunities to hear the lesson, which allows the learning to stick. The issue is getting information to stick in their brains in a way that they can retrieve it. The best way to improve the retrieval process is for them to hear it, see it, and do it over and over again. And the pen allows that.
I mean, you don't even have to write down everything because it's recorded. You can put a little note, like a star or something, to go back to later and listen to it again if there was something that was really important said that you didn't write down.
I always know it's there for me to review, and so having it there, helps me a ton.
All of us have some kind of learning difference on the continuum. There's lots of learning style inventories that are out there. And the perfect one is if you can somehow have a blend of everything, be auditory, be mathematical, be creative, etc. But none of us typically are that perfect blend. So again, this pencast allows anybody, no matter where they are on the continuum, whether they're a very visual learner or they're the opposite of very auditory, this takes care of both of that for them.